Hello.
Let's
Sure.
Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast. It's been a long time. Different background. We are in Lake Tahoe. You guys remember my best friend Ashlyn. She hopped back on for a few episodes. I'm so drunk, you guys. Oh, overfeed me. Anyways, we are here for the Lone Eagle closing. Lone Eagle is my favorite restaurant on the entire planet. I would kill for it. I would die for it. So you're going to have to see me kicking and screaming as they carry me out of the closing night tomorrow.
She's ordering drinks tonight, and she's like, Ashlyn, don't talk to me. Like, I'm going to start crying right now. And I was like,
yeah.
Drink more. I don't know what's going to help you
cheers.
right now.
we took these glasses. I'm going to bring them home with me. I already have a few at home, but
this is our souvenir.
More would be better. So on our way up today, Ashlyn had a meeting. So we stopped at my brother's house, and my brother had a really good idea for an episode of talking about like what to do on a first date from like maybe like a man's perspective, but also a female's perspective, where it's like what we want out of a first date.
I feel like the minimum to expect.
Yeah, what to expect from a first date, what you want. I mean, like post grad, we're dating around a lot. And hopefully going on a lot of these first dates that like are super fucking weird and awkward. But yeah, I feel like
and there's no guidelines. There's no
guidelines on what to do when you're dating. It's like if you're dating around, it's like, do you take it that seriously where it's like you're full force in on this one girl, or are you kind of like dating around? It's like I feel like from a woman's perspective, it's really easy to figure out like a guy's intentions and like why they're talking to you.
Yep.
And it's actually funny he mentioned like having this as a topic for the podcast, because we were just talking like literally 2 days ago maybe about like how easy it is for men. But like men don't think that way. But like as a woman, like we have that perspective of like it's so easy to like have a girlfriend and like be in love and like I don't know. Like,
and like dating around after college is so different than dating in college.
Mm-hmm.
And no one talks about that. You don't know. I don't know how to approach it still. Like I'm still testing. I'm dipping my
toes. I honestly didn't even know what dating was like in college though. Like that was not something for me.
Okay, fair.
So I don't even know what fucking dating is. Fuck me. I probably am the last person that should be talking about this. But I thought it was a good discussion where it's like men should hear this too, where it's like what a woman expects on a first date. Like both of us, we actually met a really nice girl tonight at the Lone Eagle, and we like connected with her so quick. And I asked her, I was like, "Are you single?" Because I could tell that she was not in an offensive way, but like I could tell. I even told her that I'm like not in an offensive way, but like, "Are you single?" Because she seemed like a powerful woman and like knew what she wanted and like really strong in her industry of work. Yeah. That it was like you have to be single because. Like if you have all those things and like if you're an intimidating woman these days, you're screwed in the dating field.
Yeah. 100%.
Not screwed, but like you have high standards, and having high standards in this time,
it weeds out 99% of men.
Yeah. And so we really connected with this girl. She was super cool, but it was like things would be so easy if like we were just men, because like as a woman, a confident, independent woman, like we know what we want, and it seems so simple and like basic, but it's not. Clearly, because like no men are doing those things. I feel like it's really easy to like hit on a girl.
No, I'd be so good at it.
I'd be so good at it.
I'd be so good at it. It's but guys don't know, and I feel like their only standpoint is like women are complicated. They don't say what they think, and I'm like half the time if there's 2 drinks in us, we say exactly what we're fucking thinking.
Exactly. It's honestly super dumb, but like you got to go up to a girl. I think you're super attractive. I would love to get to know you. Can I take you out? Boom. That's like a really easy step. I actually feel like a lot of guys take that first step, which is good.
I don't know, because I feel like so many guys will just stare at you from across the bar.
Yeah, but then you just think you're a fucking perv. It's like, ew, don't look at me like
that.
Like,
that pisses me the fuck off. That's what not to do. If you're just staring at a girl from across the bar, you don't do anything. She's staring at you.
Perverted. So don't do that.
She's staring back. Like, obviously, she's not going to make the first move. Like, with love, grow a pair.
Well, also, here's the difference.
She's making that eye contact. She's interested.
She might make the first move, but like I'm she. I will make the first move, but I won't do it in like a way where I'm like, I see potential. It's like, you're not going to be my boyfriend. If I'm making the first move, you will not be my boyfriend. Like maybe we might bang tonight. That's cool. But I'm telling you right now, if I'm making the first move, no, you will not be my boyfriend. You will not be my husband one day. Because my husband would make the first move. He will look at me and be like, holy shit, she's so
Yeah.
scary. But like, I love it. Let me go talk to her.
It's intriguing.
Yeah, like
You want to
it's,
find out more.
yeah, like my boyfriend will never stand at the bar and like eye bang me. And I'm just like, okay, are you gonna like do anything or am I gonna have to fucking do it for you?
100%
Like, that's
agree.
such pussy shit. Sorry. But like, no
No, it
woman wants a
is.
pussy. Sorry.
True.
No
So,
one.
I think true.
It's also not that scary. Like,
It's not. Honestly, the worst I've seen firsthand that happens is she's like, I'm not into you. In which case, like, take it to the
fuck.
chin, move on.
That happens to me all the time.
Yes.
Actually, not really. But but it's like, go up to them, hit on them. If they
Try.
deny you, who gives a fucking shit?
Yes.
Literally, who cares?
There's at least 200 other people, maybe not 200, but at least
There's so
50
many other
at the
people.
bar.
At
that
least you
night.
know now. You're not like just romanticizing them
Yeah.
and having a crush. It's like, at least go find out and see if they're interested or not. Don't waste your time.
It's all trial and error, and girls do the same shit in conversations with guys that come up to them, or if they go up to guys, it's trial and error with like what works, what doesn't. If it doesn't work out, you're like, oh, noted.
You know what? Something
Work on
I
it
think
for
is
next
so
time.
important is like when a guy asks you for his number. This
Yeah,
is
for your
this is
number.
kind of not a hot take, but like an interesting take where it's like, if he asks for your number, you want him to text you, right? You want him to be like, where are you from? What's this and that? But it's like, you like, looking at it from a different perspective, you kind of don't want him to do those things. You kind of want him to text you and be like, Tuesday night, 7 p.m. Be right, like wear casual or a nicer outfit. Because it's like, in that case,
It's like the dominance.
it's the dominance, but also like, if you get to know someone over text before you go out with them, what are you gonna have to talk about when you go out with them?
Oh, I know. I always
Like,
freak out about that.
you almost can't talk before the date. It's like the texting before the date seems
It's
like
like
such a
spoiling
weird, like,
conversations. Yeah.
it feels like just a cop out where it's like, by the time you actually go on a date, it's kind of like, okay, do I put out because like we've been talking for 3 weeks, or like, do I pull the whole like, oh, it's our first date, but it's like you feel like you've known the person forever because you've been talking for so long.
Yeah.
So it's like, you kind of have to have that boundary of like, when somebody asks you out, it's like, okay, yeah, but like, let's actually go out. I feel like a lot of people will be like, okay, let's go out soon. Like, what do you like to do for fun? It's like, okay, well, don't ask me that right now. Let's wait to have that conversation like when you take me out. I feel like it's almost a cop out that men have been using recently where it's like, oh my God, let's go out. And they try and get to know you through text before they take you out. But like, that's such a fumble on like their part where it's like, there's so much room for like miscommunication and error where it's like, just take me out first and then we can get to know each other. You can't get to know me through text. Like, it's going to sound like fucking chat GPT.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
And also, this is so obvious to all girls, but if there's any man watching this, do not ask them to come over on the first date.
And don't ask for her Snapchat. Oh my God.
Thank you.
Ew.
Thank you. Especially out of college, like,
holy fucking shit, you guys.
we're so out of Snap. Like, it's people don't use Snapchat out of college. If it is, like, at least me, like, I'm every blue moon to post my private story, but like,
oh no, my private story eats. I only use Snapchat for that. I love my private
I'm not
story.
hitting guys up on Snapchat. Like, that is not something that I would ever do. If someone asks me for their Snapchat, I'm almost automatically not into them. If someone's asking me to go to their place on the first date, no, they're just trying to fuck. Like,
yeah, no, take me out.
Yes.
Okay, ideal first date. What's your answer? What's your ideal first date? What's your scenario that like
ideal? I would love to do something like kind of like active where it's you don't have to it's not like a sit down dinner like with candlelit shit where you have to be sitting and like have to like come up with conversation every 2 minutes or it's going to get awkward and weird. But I feel like some like active stuff where you're like talking in the interim between like games, between like sitting down, getting water or whatnot. I feel like that's always easy and that's like a common interest. I feel like my ideal man, like I'm gonna meet doing something athletic, something like sporty wise. Like I don't really think of bar because I have a kind of skewed vision where I feel like guys go to bars to hook up with girls, and I go to bars to have like a good time. It's not necessarily to like hook up with mine. It's not necessarily to like meet people. I'm just trying to hang out with like my girlfriends. So I don't think I'm gonna meet my husband at a bar. I don't think I'm gonna meet my husband on dating app with love. Like I think all of that is just like it's so forced, and I think like the most unforced scenario that you can think of for me, it's like an athletic setting. But like if I met someone on the beach, as weird as that sounds, I think that would be my most ideal scenario.
I disagree. But that's also like different types of people. Like for me, I also don't want to meet someone at the bar, but like I'm not super opposed to it because it's like I go to the bar to have fun with like my girlfriends and like go dancing. So it's like if someone's there doing the same thing and like going out with their guy friends from high school they haven't seen in forever and they're like, oh my God, like whatever. I don't think that's like a red flag. But I see what you're saying where it's like if you meet someone at the bar who's like going out with the intention of like picking up a girl,
Yeah,
then it's
they
like,
see a
ew.
girl walk in and they're like, I want that one. And then
But
the
it
whole group
depends on
like,
how they approach it. Where
that
it's
is
like
true.
if a
That is
guy
super
approaches
true.
me in a bar and is like, I think you're beautiful, like I would love to get to know you. But
If it
they're
was
they're not
something
like, oh,
really,
come home with me.
yeah.
It's like it's a genuine like, let's go out.
If it was a genuine ask like that, I think that would be the exception, but I've never experienced that.
So my ideal situation, I wouldn't want to meet them at the bar, like you said. Whether it's work, whether it's like in a coffee shop, and it's like, oh, like I don't know. I chat with everybody. Like you saw that tonight. Like we met so many awesome people at the Lone Eagle.
Yeah.
Like I love just talking to people around me. So it's like if that happens and they match my energy and they're like, oh my God, you're super cool. Like I would love to hang out with you. Not even like, can I take you out on a date? Like I would love to spend time with you. Like let's go out. Boom.
Or like a get to know more. That's a great pickup
Yeah,
line,
it's just
honestly.
like it's not even like a weird like I would love to take you out on a date. Like be ready because that's intimidating. Like I get stressed out on first dates because it's like, oh my God, like I don't know, it freaks me out. There's pressure around it, but it's like you don't have to have that pressure around it when it's just like, okay, you're super cool. Like maybe we're friends, maybe we're more like who cares? Like let's just go out and have fun. So my ideal first date would be like, I would love to take you out. Let's go here and grab drinks and like appetizers.
Yeah.
Boom. Go out, drinks and appetizers. I don't have that like if there's no conversation for 2 seconds, like I'll fill the void. Like I can talk. I can
Okay,
fucking talk.
that's where I differ. But you are
So
good at that.
and but that's also why I'm like, oh my God, I love going on first dates because like I have so much fun. But like I think they go so well, but they don't. It's just because I'm like having fun with myself because I'm so entertaining and like I yap so much and it's like I'm having so much fun. But it's because I'm having fun with myself. So that's probably where like things aren't going well for me. But I would say, hey, I would love to take you out. Just be straightforward. It's not that fucking hard. I've
No,
done it
it's
to
not.
men and
It's
I'm like,
honestly
hey, are you
not.
gonna ever ask me out on a date? Because like I would love to go out with you. It's not that hard. What's the worst that can happen? You get rejected? Whatever. Like move
yeah.
on. Like that builds character and like honestly builds humor. So like ask her out, doesn't matter. If a guy came up to me and was like, I would love to take you out, boom, I'm already interested because it's like, damn, if you had the balls to come up to me, like I know I'm intimidating. That it's
That
like if you
it
had the
puts you
balls to come
above.
up to me, then it's like, yeah, like you're gonna win over the guy that's just like eye banging me across the
Yeah.
bar. It's like you're winning already just by
Even if
coming
the
up to
guy
me.
eye
You have
banging is
confidence.
more like generically attractive, like the guy that has the balls to come up, like it automatically puts them above. It's like
Oh, absolutely.
it shows like grit. Like no, it's so much more attractive.
So that would be great. And then go out to dinner, drinks or cocktails, appetizers. If it's going really poorly,
Yes.
then you could be like, oh, I've got to get home. Like I work early tomorrow. Like thanks so much though. Like because obviously he's paying, right?
If you don't hear back from her, she's not into it. If she's
Also,
into it,
you're
you're gonna hear
paying.
back.
Sorry, you're paying. But
So
anyways,
true.
if it's going well, you can get out of it. You can go home. If it's going well, you can be like, oh, like there's this bar across the street that's super fun if you want to get like a nightcap or like, oh, let's go get an ice cream after. Let's like there's so much room. It's like just don't fuck it up. Like,
Yeah.
ugh.
I was about to spill that. But it's like if you ask her to like do something after and she's like, oh, it's getting late, be like, okay, that's fine. Like read the room with love. She's not into you. If a girl's into you, she's gonna be like not bending over backwards, but like she's gonna be more than willing to spend as much time as she with ugh, spend as much time with you as she can.
Anyways, I think as a woman who knows exactly what the fuck she wants
Yeah.
in dating and like in a man, I look at it where I'm like, if I was born as a man, I would eat that shit up. I would have a wife at this point. Like it's so easy.
Like it honestly costs so fucking if anything. Like let her know you're thinking of her. Text her. Like
It's so easy.
it's
No,
so
I don't even know how to
fucking
explain
easy.
it in a breath because I'm like, it's so easy to just like be a good boyfriend.
Yeah.
That it's like to see all these people go through like horrible experiences, just like it's sad and it's also embarrassing. Like have higher standards for yourself.
She should be the only one that you have eyes for. If he has eyes for other people, he's not that into you.
It's so simple. We
It's
need to like
so
collectively
fucking
rewatch
simple.
like he's not that into you that movie. It's like it's so
Yes.
fucking simple.
Literally.
And sometimes like I'm not gonna lie, it is timing where it's like, okay, like
If
I
those
do think
yeah.
men are like very like timing wise where it's like if they want a wife, then they're gonna find one. I
Yeah.
think if they don't want one, then like they might find a wife, but like fuck
It's
her,
like
right?
I feel like both of us at this point are like pretty good at reading that. That's why I'm like, if I'm just getting like a hookup vibe, I'm like, no. Like, you don't have my time of day. Like, unless that's all I want from it,
Mm-hmm.
then obviously, sure, twist my arm. But like, if I see like potential with someone and they're not reciprocating that, like, it's they're not mentally like at the point where they want to settle down. They're not at the point where they want to be dating someone. They don't want to give that like emotional space to a girl.
Yeah.
And if you get that off someone, like, do not give your time and energy to someone that is not
Waste of time,
reciprocating
waste
it.
of breath.
Yeah. And
I
then
think
like
it's
when it
hard to
doesn't
do
work
post
out,
grad where it's like
yeah, post grad's fucking tough.
like you actually start like dating, where it's like you go on random dates with like first dates with people you don't know. I feel
Yeah.
like that's when it starts,
And
and
it's
it's
like,
kind of like keep your standards high. If it's weird, it's weird. If you get a weird vibe, goodbye. Like have the high standards for yourself. I think that's like the moral of the story, where it's like dating's hard and like it can get really. I get really unmotivated when I continue trying to date, where it's just like, okay, how many more dates do I need to go on before I like actually like find
yeah.
somebody that I like genuinely like?
And do you feel like
Keep dating,
the pool
keep
is so
trying,
much smaller once you graduate?
keep fucking trying.
Yeah. Honestly, like, what will happen will
You have
happen.
10 bad first dates, like hopefully you've one good one in there. Like
Yeah.
that's how hard it is at this point. But be picky. It's like if you have 5 bad dates and then you have one like semi okay one, it's like okay, it's semi okay. Like obviously it wasn't good.
Because the right
You
guy
should
will
be
also appreciate the
cheesing.
pickiness.
Yeah, and you should be like after a first date, if it went well, like you should be like giddy. Like you
Yeah.
should be
Yes,
embarrassing, like, ew, why am
exactly.
I smiling? Like why do I have a huge grin on my face? Like,
Yeah.
ew. Like you should gross yourself out with that.
No, and getting grossed out with it, like, it's the cringiest shit, but like also
It's
like
so
that's like
cringy.
so
Ew,
cute.
ew.
But like also
Yeah.
like that's how I know like I'm really into someone is like when I have those feelings after. It's like I'm not
Like you're
being like,
literally like kicking your feet
he's
in the air and you're like,
yes,
ew, like why was that cute?
yes. It's not like I'm like making exceptions for somebody. It's like I come back and I'm like, wait, I've met him for 2 hours. Am I marry him? I don't know. Like you're kicking your feet, you have butterflies in your stomach. Like that's the shit that you have to like entertain. And
It's
if
so
he's not
true.
reciprocating it, then take it as a loss. If you want to hang around, hang around. But like, don't waste your time and energy on someone that's not gonna give that back to you. Because I feel like post college, especially, that's literally just a waste of time.
Yeah.
Because men our age or do not know what the fuck they want. I'd rather die single than have to settle for somebody that like
Yeah, I'd rather be single for the rest of my life than
yeah
like settle for like a fucking loser. I'm
yeah
sorry.
exactly.
I'll make my own money. A man, ew. Anyways, anyways, we're gonna go out and have some drinks. And honestly, recently my life has been fucking weird, and I'm doing it for you guys so that I have lore to share and learning experiences. I have some weird shit coming up. We're gonna be filming tomorrow too. Anyways, I love you
Love
guys.
you. How do I do the heart?
Cheers. Oh, I wish I had a drink to cheers you with, but I drink
Same.
it all.
My beans are on the glass. Love you all.